What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back once again, and we are going to be reviewing another movie to the Disney Pixar franchise. We are finally going to be talking about Luca. Now, this movie, first off, if you guys are fans of anything Pixar related, Onward, Soul, um, anything like that that has to do with Pixar, then you're more likely going to like this film. Now, we've had a lot of interesting films come out. Well, let me rephrase that: animated films that has come out by Disney slash Pixar for a good minute. I mean, we had Onward last year. We had Toy Story 4. We've had Soul. We've had a few others. And again, Disney Pixar does come out with interesting films. Now, first of which, if you guys have not seen this, go check it out. I don't want to spoil anything for you because I will be going into spoiler territory. But this movie, first off, the way that the animation is very similar to Onward. So if you enjoy that movie, you may enjoy this one. Now, I liked Onward. I did. I think it was an alright movie. I don't think it was the best, but it was a decent film. Now, this film, what it is about is we have a character, Luca, who what his character is, and then later we meet Alberto, who is another one like him. And from everything that we learn in this movie, they are sea creatures. They are trying to live their own lives under. They have farms. They have all basically stuff that you would think. But again, this is like, I don't know what time period this is in, because again, it's rather early. We don't have. They're still using scooters and everything. So I'd probably say like the 1940s, 50s, 60s maybe. I could be wrong, but Luca he's curious about the surface. Then he meets Alberto, who is a orphan, which we later found out he's an orphan, and he shows him the human world. And when Luca's parents has enough of him going to the human world, they're wanting to send him to the deep with his uncle, and he doesn't want to do that, so he runs away. And him and Alberto have an idea of, okay, let's run away together and get this scooter type, a Vaser is how they say it, and just go everywhere in the world. Just go everywhere, enjoy the world. But it's not going to come very quickly because they have to, of course, earn money to buy it, and then they slowly start learning the ways of this world. And then they meet another girl by the name of Julia, who is the daughter of a fisherman who likes to also try to find sea monsters, because this town is very infatuated by sea monsters, by the legends and everything. And then she's trying to teach them how to eat correctly as a human, how to ride a bike, because apparently there is a competition that she's been trying to win for the last however many years, and that if you do, you win prize money, and it's enough, I guess, to buy what they want to buy. And we see where they're having to have some competition with a local, I would say a local teenager, but I think he's older, like probably in his 20s, something like that, or maybe like late teens. And he's a real idiot. I mean, this guy, I think he's really full of himself. That's the nicest way I know how to put it. And they have to train with Julia for however long. And Luca gets more into the world where he wants to learn more about this human world. He wants to know, and then he starts learning about space. He starts learning about school. He starts learning about the planets. He starts learning about the stars and the buildings, the cities. He wants to learn as much as possible, and Alberto does not want to do that. He wants to have a simple life. But what's really interesting about this film is it really goes on to friendship. It really does. And I will say that. Now, again, was this my favorite movie? No, it wasn't. But it was still, I would say, a decent film to watch, to enjoy, and be able to and just enjoy another Disney film. Again, because I don't think that every Disney film is probably the best. And again, this one, it has its issues. It really does. It really truly has its issues, to where I think during the entirety of this film, you're wanting to. I mean, because it does get a little repetitive to where like you already know what's going to happen in a way, but at the same time it keeps you entertained because there is comedy in this film. There is where you know like okay, because then the parents start trying to find Luca and they're like, oh, we know where he is, and we have a decent cast in here. We have Jack Dylan Grazer, who's played in It. He's also played in Shazam. We have Maya Rudolph in here, which I recognize the voice. I believe played as his mom, or Luca's mom. We have John Rasberg. But we have a long-standing cast, which again, some of the voices are known, some of the voices are not. But overall, I would say a decent film. I'm not going to try to get into too many spoilers, but could this set up for a second movie? Possibly, yes. It really does show you that you can take anybody for how they are. This is more, I would think, even though it is a Disney Pixar film, it is for everyone. But I think this more leans toward the younger generation more than I think if you're like in my age group, like your 20s, late 20s, like I am, or older. Again, it's one of those movies where if you want to watch it over and over again, you can. But this movie, for me personally, I'm not going to continue watching day in and day out or every time I turn around because again, it's a decent movie. But again, is it the best movie? No, it's not. There was issues I think with this film, and the reason why I say I think there was issues with this film was because I don't know. It just, to me, it wasn't as entertaining as I thought. I like the design of the sea monsters. Kind of me almost reminded me of like a sea dragon. Almost like I like the way that the town was very skeptical and very suspicious of these two new individuals that came to this town, as well as what the story was. One was wanting to become more human than what he was originally going to be, and then there was another that just didn't want to lose a friend because we found out later he's an orphan. And then later on in the movie, they go their separate ways. Luca is going to go with Giulia to go to school after his parents finally accept, hey, you know, we can't always protect him. We can't, you know, always do this. And it's really cool that they decided to put this into the film, as well as Luca staying with Giulia's dad because she was staying with her dad during summertime, and she goes back to her mom. So I think it's rather interesting that her dad even took them for how they are later on in the film. And this pretty much, I think, did have a lot of Little Mermaid vibes / Onward vibes. So I think they kind of mixed the two, and this is what you get. But overall, will I say a decent film? Yes. I think I would have preferred it more if it was in the water, because I like the way it looked underwater more than it looked on land, if that makes sense. I mean, that's just me. But either way, I would say a decent film. Again, I think the creation was a good idea. I just think they missed the point of there was more on the land aspect rather than the underwater aspect, and hopefully if they are going to be doing a second film of this, they do it more in the water, which I think would probably help the movie tremendously. But either way, everyone's going to have their likes and dislikes of this film. Again, 1 out of 10, I give it maybe a 6.5. The acting was alright, the story was okay, it just didn't hit it for me. So again, Luca, a decent film, but will I watch it again? Probably not for a while. I'll probably come back to it later on again at some point, but again, I think this was a miss for me. But either way, let me know what your thoughts were about this down in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the film. If you guys did, that's great. If you guys didn't, that's okay too. Either way, let me know what your thoughts were about this down in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed your day, if you guys are new to the channel, still not subscribing, leave a big fat like on the video if you enjoyed. Also, click notifications if you guys are new to the channel. And also, I'll see you guys as always on the very next one.